Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today, close and personal. I have here an article that tells us or shows us how an adult talks with a child, which is Elon Musk talking to a BBC reporter. And Elon Musk is not doing anything fantastic here, he's just being a normal human being as our society used to be, full of this kind of people who hold weasels accountable for what they say and asking for specifics. Okay, remember, asking for direct examples and specifics. They have a conversation where this BBC weasel interviews Elon Musk. I will provide a video. We're going to discuss on this video. And he just asked him, give me an example of whatever you say to support your allegations, your statement, your accusation. And the weasel, just see how the BBC weasel is reacting to that one. So, first, this is the article coming from National Review, and it's you can't name a single example as Elon Musk torches BBC reporter who claims hateful Twitter content increasing. So I went into this and I couldn't find it. I went and I chose this right here. I picked that one. I got here the interview. So please listen carefully to how the interview will be conducted and how Elon Musk is going to take this guy to task. I want to put it the maximum so you can hear it. Here we go. Ready?
You don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist. Those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm
just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content. And I'm asking for specific examples.
Examples.
And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
don't. You can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that feed anymore. Because I
don't use it.
You said a lot of people are quite similar.
I used it.
Hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
then how did you see that hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen that you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
I say so that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false.
No,
You just lied.
You just lied.
What I claimed was there are many organisations that say that
many that say. Example.
Now, whether it has on my feed
one example.
or not, I mean, right. And
literally,
look at something like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK. They will say that.
You're a weasel.
People will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I've already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content.
He's going to run
and
away.
And couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
He's going to run away.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Well, did you hear that? Let's move on and hear Musk. You just lied. So, you tell me, you claimed, I want the evidence. Remember, maybe it didn't happen to you, maybe it did. It happened to me. When you're called, well, you are not giving a good example to your peers. Okay, what did I do? Specifically, tell me the example, the exact example where I behaved or whatever your accusation. And they will not come to it because you can't defend general stuff. Well, Emil, you're a bad boy. Okay, what exactly did I do? Tell me the specific example or situation where I proved to you that I'm a bad boy. And you have to come. Well, when you bend me over and you used something else in something. Okay, all right, maybe that's a good example. Kinky, all right. But no example for this weasel. Did you hear how he tried to swim away, to slither away like a snake in the grass? let's move on. This is not going anywhere. No, it's not going where you want to go, but it goes exactly where Elon Musk not wanted. He was pushed into that. He was pushed into that. Remember, you will be accused of stuff like this. Ask for specific examples, and examples with plural, not with one, because with one you can't generalize. Oh, you did that. Okay, one time. Does that how should I put it? That characterize my whole character? So Elon Musk is a CEO. He is not an idiot. Just start with that one. And this in this society right now, when you're called this and that, ask for examples. The weasel was not prepared for being called out. Okay, sit down. Let's move away with with this kind of hateful content. Okay, what's a hateful content? Slightly? What slightly? All these things are subjective, unmeasurable. A key word, unmeasurable. Situations. Well, you've been slightly, or when you say, I don't like your tone. Well, I think your tone is threatening right now. I think your body language is threatening. How can he disprove that? He can't. Because in my mind, if I want to say, hey, you are right now threatening to me, you can't do anything about it to disprove that. Because that's my subjective interpretation of reality. The same, slightly sexist. What is it? What exactly? Give me a measure. 3%, 5%, how do you measure percentages? It's like I say, well, it was a brown, she wore that brown dress, but it was a kind of like a slight brown. Now, how can you and I discuss what kind of nuance, shade of brown that was? We can't. Because you say, okay, slightly brown. You in your head, you have your interpretation of slightly brown, and I have a different one. Unless we take, something and say, okay, let's see, bam, 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 bam. On this color, set of colors, is it more brown, less brown? Is this look like this? That's how you do it. But if you don't bring the exact example, our interpretation of reality is subjective in this kind of situations. And the guy was trying to call out Elon Musk for something that he was not prepared. Why? He was not prepared to use facts and evidence, only feelings. I have a feeling that you hate me right now. Can you please arrest him? We're going to get to that one, okay? You're hateful. Why? Your body language, your attitude. Okay, give me an example. It happened to me, just so you know, in my real life, wherever I was involved in certain kind of jobs, if you know what I mean. And I've been accused of many things. I said, okay, give me the example. How do you determine that? And you're going to say, and then turn the table like that. When I think you are threatening right now, you're threatening me, I'm going to call 911 because your body language is threatening to me. You're too close. You're too loud. You remember when you have an argument with someone saying, hey, why are you yelling at me? Well, if I speak like this, you can also say I'm yelling because your interpretation. And someone say, why do you get angry? There's another one. It's your interpretation. No, why are you stupid? You know what I mean? Were you angry? And you immediately say, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you're angry. You're angrier than I am. How do we measure that? I don't know. I just said it. This kind of arguments with weasel. These are teenagers. These people are teenagers. In the real world, they will not survive. Real world, I'm talking taking them, put them in the middle of the woods, somewhere, 300 miles away from the closest human being, leave them over there and say, here it is, my man, I'm going to give you a little pocket knife. You come to humanity back in whenever, and you're a man, or you're a, we'll see how it happened. You can't. He's not going to be able to use anyone. He's not going to be able to lie to anybody. He has to be himself. He has to show what skills he's got, and he's got none. In that environment, none of his skills and qualities that got him through college, got him to get the job, got him to do this and that in those little clubs that he is in, member of. All those things, all those weasel, they call them now qualities and skills, will not help him in real life with nature. That's just an example. There could be many others. He can't use his weaselness. He's done. This guy could not use his weaselness because the guy said, reality. Let's see. Let's talk about facts. Oh, I don't like facts. And remember, how we interpret facts. That's another thing. I can interpret, this as being a deadly weapon. Why? I can do it like this, and I can poke you in the eye with it, right? But obviously this is not a deadly weapon, right? I mean, it is deadly because I can read all kind of stuff, and that whatever I read, I will talk about, and that could be, very uncomfortable for some idiots. All right? So good job, Elon Musk. Good job. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.